practically crapped out on me at a very inopportune time. I apologize for that, folks. Sometimes you really don't know when to plan these things out. Then again, who ever plans out these type of things? But anyway, we're back. Thankfully, we didn't even get a pitch in or two, but it was still early in the game, so we could start again. So it's not a problem. But we'll just get right into the game, of course. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we'll just get right into the game. Welcome back, Patty. I'm sorry about that. That was yeah, it wasn't my internet, but for some reason PS4 just crapped out on me. I don't know why it did that. But anyway, welcome back. All right, cool. Mr. P's back. All right, cool. All right, let me just share this once more with Ram. And hopefully this time it stays on. I had to exit the game and come back in just so I can stream again. Again, I have no idea why it did that, but I'm just hoping that that was just a one-off, that's all. But yeah, welcome back, though. No, it was not your internet. So in this case, you're good, Patty.
We're on the air from Progressive Field in Seatown, Cleveland, Ohio. Coming up, we've got a good matchup in store between the Baltimore Orioles and the Cleveland Indians. Alongside Dan Plesac and Mark DeRosa, and Danny, as pitching matchups go, it doesn't get much better than what we've got here for this one.
Well, Matt, these are two of the best in the business. Two guys that throw a lot of strikes, and if their game is on, we should have a very low-scoring ball game.
Oh wait!
These two
wait a second. Oh, I forgot. It didn't save the changes when it came to Leo, since he's not supposed to be on the team anymore. Of course, I was such in a haste to get back in, I forgot to make sure that it stayed like that from the last time I forgot. You know what? I forgot to save the changes from last time, so that's on me. But no worries, we'll fix that. Yeah, apparently I'm a fool. Okay, so Leo now gets to go. I'll trade him for this guy again. Yeah, apparently I am a fool. I'm as blind as a fool can be. Just making sure. Okay, seriously, Pyrus Fox, stop sending these messages. I'm done with them. Thank you. Okay. Alright. Alright. Let's put the game together. Okay, Indians. Okay, cool. Alright, much better. Much better. Yeah. Alright, there we go. Alright, let me just share this with Ram one more time. Welcome back, Brandon.
Nighttime baseball now from Progressive Field here in the Buckeye State of Ohio. Ought to be a good one here between the Baltimore Orioles and the Cleveland Indians.
And just in time there, Brandon. Well, Spike Ryan.
Now. Shane Bieber gets the ball for the Indians in this one. Dan Plesac, what's the word on it?
Hey, Matty V, this ought to be a lot of fun. This guy
and there's Ramasana.
He knows how to pitch, and one of the things he does effectively.
And of course, Ram, the team that you're on is the Indians in this case.
Now at the plate, here is
Although
Mark
the Indians in question have more to do with the Native Americans in American history,
Wheels and
as
deals.
opposed
Here's
to
the
those
first
from
pitch.
India.
And we are underway now from Cleveland as the first pitch of the night is taken for ball one.
Of course, this was before they changed their name to the Guardians. So the next time I get MLB The Show, the next edition,
Is taken, strike one.
I will be getting
Temperature was in the 70s earlier today, but 59 at game time
the
tonight.
next edition that I get will have the name change, of course. How are you, Mama?
2 balls and a strike to the Orioles leadoff hitter.
Anyway, but for those who are new, right now both teams are down to one star player, i.e. a created player. And the team that wins gets to recruit the other's star player. So if Ram and the Indians win, they get to have Mr. P. But if Mr. P and the Orioles win, then they get to have Ram. So that's really what's at stake. And of course, the team that loses is also out. And by out, I mean eliminated from the playoffs. Oh yeah, that's right. You said that you were on vacation in Sri Lanka. So how is everything over there? Oh, visiting family. Oh, okay, great. It's always nice to visit family. Especially if you hadn't seen them in like ages and ages, you know.
Gary Simmons, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Well, there you see Gary Simmons, the umpire at the plate.
At times his zone can be a little wide, and then he's a little more strict north and south, but he's a pretty consistent umpire.
The key, Dan, is be consistent. You want to give him the inside half, I'm okay with that, but then you can't give him away. If you're going to stay east-west, you better pick one side.
Swung on and missed, and it's even at 2-2.
It's quite hot. Oh, you mean like in terms of temperature?
Blew it right by him, and there are 2
I imagine it probably would be. Anyway, 2 strikeouts in a row for Shane, not Justin Bieber. Yes, I'm making fun of the fact that he's not related to Justin Bieber, even though he pretty much wishes that he was, mainly for the fame and the notoriety. But here's Mr. P himself.
Standing in now, number 27. As the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball 1. Trying to
But let's see if Mr. P can put the team on his back.
The inning here. Now the 1-0. Is a heater in there
And
for a strike.
whoa, for a moment I thought he got a ball, but no, it was in there for a strike.
A ball and 2
Swing and a
strikes
miss,
for the
a
Baltimore
knuckle
backstop
curve.
now. Just underway here in Cleveland.
Fouled away.
Sliced hard, but foul to the left.
So now at this point, Mr. P has to protect.
And he
Fouls it
this
off.
one off.
I mean, if Mr. P can make Bieber work, he might be able to get something off of him,
And he won't go after
or
the
if it,
fastball, 2-2.
or get him to miss and
These kind of at-bats can drive you crazy
and-
when you're
and-
on the
and get
mound.
the,
I think he's been ahead
the
of
count
him
up
pretty much the whole time,
in
but you
terms
just
of
can't
the
put him away. Not only
balls
that,
to strikes
that's costing
ratio.
him a lot of bullets.
And the pitch.
fouls it off again. I'll tell you what, Mr. P, you're very persistent. Is that what Mr. P stands for? Fouls it off again.
4 foul balls in this AB. Pitcher cannot find
Oh,
any
that's
way to
right, I
put this
forgot.
away.
It still has all the stuff that you had before I made the changes, damn it. Oh.
Is out.
Well, anyway, nice play there by the second baseman.
Here we go, the Orioles. Now the Tribe will get their shot. Still scoreless.
Well, at least you can blame the internet for that, or the PS4 server sometimes. I don't know what caused it. I really don't.
John Means, Kansas-born left-hander, will be doing the pitching. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, this guy has a 4-pitch repertoire, right? And those are a lot of nice options to have. You can go hard, soft. You can go in and out. And anytime you have 4 pitches, if you can throw them for strikes, you have the big advantage.
And stepping in, Ahmed
Yeah,
Rosario.
I mean, yeah, I can blame them too, although I'm not sure. Like, again, I really don't know who's at fault, though. Because it wasn't my internet. If it was my internet, I would have noticed that my... yeah, I would have noticed that my internet... I would have noticed, pretty much.
And now pitch on the way.
So we have Ahmed Rosario.
Just behind the fastball there, 2 strikes now.
Just getting blown away so far. No reason to throw anything else to speed up his bat. Just stay right there.
Hit down the third baseline.
Oh, nice move. And
there's one.
wow, what a play by the third baseman to get it to White Castle at first.
To take a glance at the Tribe's starting lineup. Who's the one to watch, Dan?
You know, I'm looking forward to see what this guy can do in that 5-hole. He's an imposing figure with a
So, of course, there you see Ram batting third.
And he can do a lot of damage when he barrels up the ball.
And he'll be after Owen Miller.
At the plate now, Owen Miller.
Although, really, not much is known about this guy right here, Owen Miller. Or at least, I don't know much. I mean, if Brandon Cuevas knows, if anyone would know, it'd be him. Because fouls it away.
Going 2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Line towards center.
Wow, nice hit down the middle
It's a base hit.
with a base hit.
Way to battle right there. Hey, guys, that wasn't a bad pitch. And executed off the plate. Sometimes you got to tip your hat to the offensive player right there. Stayed inside the baseball and was able to get it out.
I mean, good hit there by Miller. And up next is Ram himself.
Throw over to first.
Oh!
It's up the line as it gets away.
Well, it was a wild pitch or a wild throw, but it hit the the first base coach.
At the plate, number 22.
Although I do appreciate the physics there. Anyway, there you see Ram. And Ram, what do you think of your character in terms of how he looks? Got a very nice haircut, and his arms are pretty jacked.
There he goes towards second.
Oh, now we have a base stealing opportunity, and Miller gets himself a stolen base. Unbelievable.
Second on that bag, so let's analyze it with show track. We all know he's got plus speed on his side, and you really see it represented in the top speed. That really made the difference.
Incredible.
Down low, 2 balls and a strike. 1 out and a runner on second base.
Well, now Cleveland has an opportunity with a base hit. He hits it right to the first baseman, Mountcastle. However, that does advance the runner to third, but a sacrifice fly will not do it. He'll have to make a base hit in order to cash in the run. Or the runner at third, that is.
With the runner on third, 2 outs, base open, and a good hitter at the plate, you have to be smart and not give in. If you walk this guy, so what? It's a lot worse if you give him a ball that he can hurt you on.
The 1-0. Good zip on that.
Swing and a miss.
By him for strike 1.
If the offense didn't already know, man on the mound's got his A-game fastball working today.
Swing and a miss. And now Reyes is trying to do a little too much. He just has to, wait for his opportunity. But if he gets it, he has to take advantage of it. And obviously, if you're John Means, you don't want to give him that opportunity. Well, he hits it, and it gets past the shortstop, and the Indians strike first.
Hey, you never know when the turning point's going to come. It could be your
So great job there by Reyes to get a big hit.
I know it's early, but clutch hitting is not just for the late innings.
Into the box now, Jose Ramirez. Standing in from the right side as he takes strike one. For his career in this matchup, just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats. The 0-1 on its way.
Inside ball.
Reyes is off at first with 2 away.
Fouls it off.
Foul tips it here, and right off his
All right, so
arm behind the plate. That
1-2 is the count.
Hey, if he's going to execute that curveball, and that's the first one of the day, if he's going to execute it like that, be on the lookout for that one. That's going to be.
I mean, right now, if you're Baltimore and John Means, you just have to get out of this inning and take over when you get back on offense. And it hits him in the foot, and that's a walk.
Whoa, he looks a little frustrated out there, and I don't blame him. He gives up a couple of hits early inning, and then he plunks this guy. He's fighting himself a little bit, so they might want to head out to the mound and try to calm him down.
Now into the box, Harold Ramirez, and the Tribe with an opportunity for still more damage here in the first. From the belt, kicks and deals.
Tough situation early out on the mound.
Anyway, nice strike there.
He can limit the damage right here. Might build some confidence and get him rolling.
Right now, for Baltimore, they just have to get through it. And I'll try to remember to make the changes that I initially made before YouTube just messed it all up before long. Regardless of whether the Orioles win or the Indians win. Right now, John Means is just not doing so well.
You're going to hit a few guys, but you can't let that change your game plan.
And it's fouled away.
All right, cool. I'm willing. Yep, that's cool with me, man.
And he gets him to pop it
And he pops it up, and that's it. But they do get a run as we get to the end of the first inning.
We're back to Progressive Field in just a moment. Set for the start of the inning, and standing in the outfielder, Cedric Mullins.
Number 31.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch.
Ooh, good hit, but not quite there yet.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1.
I mean, really, Baltimore's best bet is to get on base, whether it be, hitting singles, maybe even the occasional double. But you can't try to home run ball it. Now, obviously, if you can hit a home run, then yeah, go for it. But you got to get on base. And unfortunately, that's not the way to do it. Welcome back, Prime Time. Anyway, here's the defense. And of course, Ram is at right field. So that's where Ram is, in case you were wondering where he was playing in terms of defense.
But he can wow you. This guy can go in the hole, and he's got a plus arm from shortstop.
That'll bring up Ryan Mountcastle. And she'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1.
Excuse me. But oh yeah, they definitely are, and he calls that a strike two on Mountcastle. Really, Mountcastle is at that time was the most consistent player that they had at that point, and indeed he lives up to it as he gets a hit. Nice job there by Mountcastle.
Outside of home runs, nothing fires me up more than watching a good baseball player drive the ball at the opposite field. Talking about hitting the inside half of the baseball, that's exactly what happened right there. And when we we say inside half of the baseball, imagine the ball coming to a complete stop halfway between home plate and the pitcher's mound, and then cutting that baseball in half and highlighting the inside half. That's where you're trying to take the knob of your bat.
Anyway, Trey Mancini making a second appearance as we have a second game. Of course, we weren't meant to have a part 4, but, well, here we are.
Here comes the 1-0.
You rarely see
Strike
a pitcher
one.
of this quality throw one right down the middle, and man, as a hitter, probably a good chance you're not going to see that pitch again.
Here's the 1-1.
Hey. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Yeah, that one misses
2-2 is the
badly.
count.
Ball 2.
So now we have an even count. 1 out. A man on first. Swing and a miss. Bieber
There, and that's out number 2.
gets his 3rd strikeout.
So here is Anthony Santander as he'll dig into the left-handed batter's box.
Yeah, this is his power side, Matty. Definitely quite a bit more pop in his bat swinging left-handed.
Now a throw over, and he'll dive back in. First offering on its way.
Ball 1. So 2 down. And obviously the last thing you want to do if you're Cleveland is give up a hit like this. And this could be, I believe. No, it's off the wall. And that's going to result in a score. What a hit.
We're all square at 1 apiece.
Well, now it's a tie game. All thanks to Santander. For a moment, I thought it was going to go out, but it just fell short. But it was still enough to drive in a run. Hopefully we can get a word with Mr. P on how he felt on that big hit. But now it's time for Austin Hayes.
As he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Opportunity for him here to pick up that runner from second with 2 away. The 0-1 offering. Softly hit to short.
Softly hit. And they get the out at first. I thought it was a home run too, but here's the hit from Anthony Santander. I mean, he got a. It was so close, but let's see. How close was it? Let's see if we can get a good view. Yeah, it almost hit that yellow line.
Now to bat, Oscar Mercado.
But it was off the wall, though. Although, not to be confused with Michael Jackson's Off the Wall, even though that's a great album. Popped it up.
Number 1 waits on it. 1 down.
1 down. And now for the defense. Of course, as mentioned before, Mr. P is I can't even talk. Mr. P is the catcher.
Into the box, Roberto Perez. As he'll take a look at ball 1. The 1-0 is swung
and a miss.
That's strike 1. 1 out, nobody on.
Oh yeah, I forgot to ask what you thought of your catching gear.
2 balls, 1 strike.
I hope you like it.
Hit the corner, 2-2.
And I like how I like in terms of the color options that you can put like the team colors, and then say if you get sent to another team, it'll just simply adopt the colors of that team. Unless, of course, you picked a color from, you know, the off. That's what I do like about the created play art, the created players.
pitch
Or the
that
creation
high,
suite, I
it's
should say. I
pretty
can't
easy
talk.
to lay off if you're the hitter.
All right, 1 down. All right, cool. I'm happy that you love it, obviously. Well, 2 down, and the first strikeout for John Means.
Watching that high fastball, a high piece of cheese, swung at and missed. That pitch looks so inviting to hit, but it's awfully tough to put in play.
Yeah, because unless somebody else who hadn't played yet comes in, this might just be the Mr. P show.
He'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. In his career versus this pitcher, just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats. 2 out, nobody on. And he looks at a changeup in there, 1-1. And he fouls this one off. Here comes the 1-2.
Fouls it off.
When a pitcher puts you in the proverbial rocking chair like he's doing right now, you have to take a deep breath. You can't start trying to guess along with him. Trust your fundamentals.
So far, Chang is fouling off pitches off of John Means. Let's see if he can get him off. No, he does not.
It's 2-2.
Tough to take a pitch like that right there, especially in a 1-2 count. You almost get in that auto swing mode. Great job to work the count back to even.
Got him swinging, and that's the 3rd out. Down in order.
Although that time he gets the second strikeout.
Tied 1 apiece.
Well, at the end of 2, it is 1-1. And now this is our 9th inning situation. Again, this is a 3-inning game.
Ready now for Baltimore, number 1, and he'll start out their half of the 3rd, top of the order to follow.
So once again, we have Richie Martin.
First pitch on the way.
Although, if I didn't know any better, he was probably the son of Ricky Martin. Bonus points if you know who he is.
Obviously, an important key to being dominant.
But who knows? Maybe he might just be living la vida loca as he gets a bunt off. But he bunted it a little bit too hard, and unfortunately he got caught.
So next to bat will be Jorge Mateo, struck out in his first at bat.
Now, if Baltimore can get at least a run or more, and Mateo was going to go for a bunt at this point.
You could tell he had made up his mind in the batter's box that he was taking that one with him. Great execution of a changeup. Kind of spoiled his plan right there.
Fouled off.
Fouled off. Ooh, good hit, but fouled off.
Bases are empty, 1 man out.
0-2 is the count. Too high.
After the slider, but it's 1-2. Now a swing
And he hits it. Is it going to drop? It does drop, but it drops foul. Still 1-2.
Now another 1-2.
Swing and a miss, although they'll have to throw him out to get him out, and they do. 2 down.
So next to hit is Ramon Urias, struck out in his last.
Urias. I thought it was Urias, but all right, Urias. All right.
He was late on that one, and we'll see.
Well, 2 down, bases empty.
1 ball, no strikes to count.
Obviously, if you're Cleveland, you know you would rather have this be tied going into the bottom of the 3rd, because then you could just walk it off, and that's exactly what they have the chance to do coming up with Rosario, Miller, and Ram.
And that will bring in the former top prospect, Ahmed Rosario. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Here it comes. Fastball catches the black there for a called strike. And there's ball 1. The 1-1 home. Takes a pass and misses that strike.
Well, I'll
two.
tell you what. Now, if you're Baltimore, you got to keep it tied. And if you're Cleveland, obviously you want to win
Taken low in the dirt for a ball.
by getting at least one run. One run is all it will take for Cleveland to win.
Straightaway right.
And ooh, good.
Hauls it in
He
for
gave
the
it. He
first
gave it a
time.
ride, but not far enough. One down.
Next, it'll be.
But up next is
He's
Owen
singled
Miller,
first time up.
who got himself a single and scored the run that put Cleveland in the lead at one point.
Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike.
Hey, what's up, Jamar? How you doing, man?
You start seeing an incorporation of
Oh, yeah,
some
let
more
me see.
off-speed stuff.
Jamar.
But this guy's locating, feeling
And of course,
really good about
Jamar
his
is,
fastball. Two back-to-back.
you know, of course, Jamar ended up getting recruited to the Colorado Rockies. And of course, the Rockies are already in the playoffs, so it's all good though, Jamar. But hey, how's it? I'm happy that you're doing pretty well, man.
Nope. Ball one.
As a hitter, you got to be
1 and 2 is the
strong in your
count, though.
game plan. You know he has a nasty changeup, and you got to fight to make sure it's in the zone. That's a great take right there.
And it's fouled away.
Hey, last two pitches back-to-back, off speed, then he's late on the fastball. He could pretty much do anything he wants right here on the mound.
And a blooper into
In there, base hit.
center field, so they get a hit.
Piece of hitting right there, Dan. He went heater up in the zone.
So that's
and then
2 hits
tried
for
to go
Miller.
off speed, but he was on it.
Boy, Mark, that's the oldest trick in the book.
I got to give Miller some props though for stepping up his game, and what a time to do it. Because up next is Ram.
To the plate now, number 22. As he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball one. Game on the line here, and a ball deep in.
I don't know if Ram is still in the chat, but man, you know, Ram has a chance to become a hero if he can come through. But let's see if he does, or if John Means has the means to put him down.
The 1-0.
2-0.
This is a tough guy to turn 2 on. He's got to be hit hard, and if you're an infielder, you've got to catch it and get rid of it quickly.
Now the 2-0. Down low, and the
Too
clock
low.
thickens here, 3-0. Franmil Reyes is on deck. Miller, the runner at first, with 1 gone in the inning. That
Well,
one's
finally
in
gets a
there.
strike.
3-1.
Hey, pretty aggressive pitch right there up in the zone. Surprised he didn't offer at it.
The 3-1. And this is
And he
off
hits
the
it
ground
right to the
short.
second baseman.
2.
One.
The second for one.
They get the double play,
They get the
and that's a
double play
huge
to get
play.
out of the inning. Indians
Because now we're going to go to
score.
extra innings, baby.
3 full. We're tied at 1.
And it all starts with
Welcome
Mr.
back to
P.
Progressive Field in Cleveland as we
Now,
send it down to Heidi White.
This is,
Matt, I had a chance to discuss the state of the
I will
Orioles
mention
offense
this
with their
though.
manager between
Beginning in
innings.
2020,
And throughout, he was
they
very
had this
pleased
rule
with the
that if you go
quality
into
of that
extra
at-bat.
innings,
Yes, they've only scored
there will be a
1
runner
run,
at
but he
second
said they've
base
done
to
a
start
great
the
job of
inning.
forcing the pitch count up, and he thinks that's going to lead to more offense for them as this
And
game goes on.
that's the
All right, Heidi, thank you.
and that's been the rule ever since it was
So now into the box is
implemented
number
in
27.
2020.
He's 0 for 1 thus far.
So Mr. P already has Urias at second. But now let's see if
Ready
Mr.
to
P can
Here
deliver.
comes the first pitch.
Shane Bieber still on the mound. Although it's extra innings, it's still the 4th inning, and Bieber still has a lot more in the tank.
Pitch.
1 ball, 1
This
strike.
one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time.
Clearly staying away from him in this at-bat with that runner in scoring position tells me they're trying to force him to reach for something and maybe roll over on it.
All right. 1-1.
1 ball
Fouls
and
it
2
off.
strikes to count. Here comes the 1-2.
Swing and a miss. Out goes.
Got him with a good high fastball.
Out goes
there.
Mr. P.
And you see a lot of that pitch and strikeout situations.
I mean, what can I say? Not Justin.
I think Matt
Shane
makes it such a
Bieber.
tough pitch as you're changing
You know,
items. That
he's
fastball
definitely a top
it's
guy.
So enticing to hit that you think you see that ball as a hitter, you think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top of that good high hard fastball.
Stepping in now, Cedric Mullins.
Ooh, almost got hit with that pitch though. And of course Mullins not too happy about almost getting hit in the head with the ball.
Now the 1-0.
Fouls it away.
Runner at second here with one man out. Lays off the slider that time. 2-1. Tried to
Fouls it
cross
off.
that ball, and now
2-2.
Needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. He's set, and the 2-2 pitch.
Fouls it off again. Protecting the plate. Mullins just hoping that Bieber makes a mistake when it comes to a pitch that he can hit. Ooh, a little bit outside. For a moment I thought it was going to be called strike, but it was close, but it was out.
It's nearly impossible to hit.
Swing and a miss.
That time, out number 2.
Big play there by Shane Bieber. I'm so used to calling him Justin. I'm so stupid. No, Shane Bieber. But now here's the guy that has a hit, and that's Ryan Mountcastle. However, he already has a guy at second, but let's see if he can cash in.
He's ready. Here's the first pitch. Fouled away.
Fouled away.
1 run, 2 hits, and no errors for the Orioles so far.
Swing and a miss.
Here, he's in control. 0-2.
Just has to be patient.
On 0-2 here, he doesn't have to give in with a great pitch to hit. He's got a base open, so he has to focus on making a good pitch right here.
Too low.
Too low with a fastball there. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
You know, he's coming right after him, Matty. 3 fastballs in a row.
And he fouls this one off. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down.
And a wild pitch.
Can't even get a glove on it. Throw goes over to third.
And caught trying to steal at third. Unbelievable. That was just terrible base running. And now we go back. Now we're at the bottom. And now Cleveland has a great chance to win. Oh my gosh, that was terrible base running. I don't know what else to tell you. And of course Ram is the guy at second, and he's just as likely to steal. But that was just terrible base running. I don't know how you feel about that, Mr. P, but I feel terrible for you guys. I really do. Because sometimes base running can be the difference between winning a game and losing. Yeah, exactly. I don't know why he took forever, and then I guess he just misread the ball, or he didn't know how far the ball was going to go before the catcher got to it.
Fouled off. Now about a 58-foot breaking pitch that he wisely lays off here.
He might have to look for a different way to put this guy away on 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times, so he might be looking for it.
And a wild pitch. Oh no! And unlike the last guy, Ram is no dummy. Ram is no dummy when it comes to running bases.
He was there, and now he's only 90 feet away.
But now, all it takes is a base hit single, and it's over.
missed. He got him on strike.
This team is almost worse like the Detroit Tigers. Oh, please. It's a good thing, you know, it's a good thing that Atticus isn't in the chat, although maybe he is watching it and lurking, but if he is, I don't know how I don't know how he's going to take that. But it is true that Ram knows how to run.
Standing in now, Jose Ramirez. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty, it's strike one.
I'll tell you what, though, if Cleveland somehow does not take advantage of this, that's more on them that they couldn't take advantage of it.
Here's the 0-1. Now a good
A
pitch
ball.
around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone.
Hey, they tried to tie him up on that last pitch, so I like that they went away with this one. The execution didn't work, but I like the idea behind it.
1 run on 3 hits. No errors to this point for the Indians. 2-1 to Jose Ramirez. And it's
Swing and a miss, 2-2.
The offensive approach here is simple. You know the pitcher's going for the K, so set your sights middle of the plate. And then don't worry about the infielders. They're so
3-2.
Contact is a guaranteed ribby.
Harold Ramirez waits on deck. And here's the 3-2 from him. And he misses with
And a
one.
ball.
Here's ball 4.
Well, now you have
Double play into the
a play at
conversation.
second
Runners
and a
at the
play.
corners and one away.
You have a double play opportunity, of course, but now we get to Harold Ramirez, and heck, even a pop fly can do it too. They have 1 out to work with.
From the stretch.
And now with first and third, 1 out, a lot can happen here. This at bat could really determine the whole course of the rest of this inning.
1-0 delivery. Ball and a strike.
Hey, I still believe in my heart the best pitch is a well-executed fastball down the way, and that's exactly what that is. He swings at that. That's off the end of the bat. That's not hard contact at all, and that's an easy out for the defense.
And he pops it up.
Popped him up.
We'll see if the runner at third is going to try. He will not. And perhaps for the best, he doesn't try it. All right, so you can have a play at second. You can have a play at first, whatever you want to do. But the worst thing you could do is give up a hit. If you give up a hit, it's over.
Now a move over to first.
And of course, if you're Ramirez, the last thing you want to do is get caught and picked off, and you lose your chance to possibly win the game right then and there. I mean, so far we've had like 1 2/3 of a game.
Wiggle out of this. Here it is.
At the ball.
The fastball here as we'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0.
There's not too many umpires in the game that are going to ring that first strike right there. That was borderline up, even though it was in the zone.
Here's the 1-0.
Ooh, just a bit outside.
Has to be a challenge pitch coming up here. He probably doesn't want to flirt with loading the bases.
Two 2-0 is the count.
Too tight with that one.
3-0.
3-0. Runners on first and third, 2 away.
Oh, got the strike though.
Stealing that strike on 3-0 was important, but you don't want to miss over the heart of the plate in this situation. I got to believe he's going to be way more aggressive right here.
And he hits it, and it's over. Cleveland has won, and Ram scores the winning run. So as a result, Mr. P gets to join the soon-to-be-named Cleveland Guardians, but still Cleveland Indians. But congratulations to Ram, and Mr. P is going to Cleveland.
Held on until the end. Shane Bieber earns the victory on the mound. John Means couldn't escape the fourth inning as he slapped with the loss. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa,
Well, anyway, congratulations to Cleveland, and for Baltimore, they're out.
For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
Hopefully we can get a word with Mr. P now that he's going to Cleveland. Thank goodness Baltimore's aren't hot garbage. And, of course, Patty is very happy with her quote-unquote son, Ramachan. I'm not sure if Rem is still in the chat. Rem, if you're in the chat, let me know. I'll give you the next... I'll give you until the 48-minute mark to let me know if you're still in the chat. But before I start, I'm going to edit Mr. P one more time and make sure this time that I save the progress so that in case something like this ever happens again. Baltimore had 2 stars and now they're gone. Yeah. And the sad thing, the thing is, if they win that game against the Yankees, we could be talking about a whole different team. But it was what it was. All right. Let me edit the player one more time, though. Cleveland has been that team who consistently go to the playoffs but cannot go further as of late. Yeah, and plus they also made the World Series in 2016. I mean, and they went up against the Cubs, and those are 2 teams that were snake-bitten, and yet something had to give, and it was the Cubs that won. It was the Cubs that won. All right. Happy playing for the Rockies? Awesome. Anyway, I'll just let Jamar see himself in a Rockies costume, or jersey, excuse me. Okay, so I'm going to edit Mr. P first before I do anything. Okay, do correct me if I'm wrong. It was center field as the second position. You throw with your right hand, and you bat with your left, and you live in Florida. Oh, you need some gloves? All right, I will give you some gloves then. All right, let me go to the equipment. Gloves. I'm pretty sure you don't mean this particular glove, but I think you meant to say. You're probably thinking batting gloves. Yes, batting gloves. I'll give you 2 gloves, and let's see. I should probably ask like what kind of gloves you want. We have Tater. We have Trinity Bat Company. We have UA. We have the Victus, and then of course you have like your vanilla styles if you want. Then you have Franklin. Franklin is a well-known glove. Then of course you have the Mother's Day glove. So if you want to represent Mother's Day, the Armed Forces, you can do that too. Or 4th of July. Or the Franklin All-Star Game. Or Father's Day. Then they have 44, Adidas. Yes, okay. But yeah, if you see something that you like in terms of a brand name or anything like that, I'll get it for you. We have Axbat, the B45 Midnight Series, cool. Then we have the Dinger. We have Easton. Easton's also pretty good, and with the stars and stripes, can't go wrong with that. The Easton Walk-Off Power, the Pro Collection, Evo Shield. Oh yeah, and they have Jordans too. Oh, but they only have one glove though. Yeah, they have Jordans right here. And of course, it's on the team default color, but if you want me to change the color of the gloves, I can do that for you. Or we could just leave it as is and, you know. Let's see. Oh, yeah, sunglasses. Yeah, we'll make it always, so you're not blinded by the light. Blinded by the light. Revved up like a deuce, another runner in the night. Blinded by the light. I love that song. Okay. Awesome. Gotta protect your eyes. Alright. Now I need to move. I gotta move you. I gotta move Mr. P. Let's see. Roberto. Yeah, I can replace you with Roberto Perez, so we'll do that. Okay. Let me auto-fix this. And I'm also going to check to see where you stand. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I'll put you right here. Because the catcher they have right now is at a 76, but you're a 99. So why would you not be in there? Great to see you there, Carol. All right. Well, and of course, Carol, your team has already, well, the team that you're on has already made the playoffs, that being the Colorado Rockies. Oh, yeah, I forgot. I got to eliminate the Baltimore Orioles. And now we have Cleveland. Okay. Let me check the chat really quickly. Okay, so Brandon... Oh, yeah, that's right. Brandon Cuevas is already advanced. Jamar has already advanced. Carol, Autism Carol. Carol Parks has already advanced. So, well, once again, Mr. P, well, now that you're on Cleveland, who is Cleveland challenging this time? Again, this really is the Mr. P show. But anyway, I'll tell you what your options are now. So now we're down to, of course, the Cleveland Guardians, but we have the Boston Red Sox, the Houston Astros, and the Texas Rangers. So we have 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we have 4 American League teams left. But yeah, those other 3 are the 3 that you can challenge. So it's either the Texas Rangers, the Red Sox, Houston. Oh shit. Okay. So of course, on that team is Darius Helms, and of course you have yourself and Ram. That reminds me. I think I know exactly who to... Well, for now, I'll check to see. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah, that's right. I already checked. Okay. And, of course, the Houston Astros have the high seed. Again, this is based off of the results of what happened in the 2022 season. So, of course, the Houston Astros do have the home field advantage, but we'll see if the Indians can rise to the occasion and choke out the Astros. I mean, heck, the Astros choked out, two of all teams, the Oakland Athletics. Yes, you heard that right. The Oakland Athletics pretty much beat the brakes out of the Astros. And now the Astros are down to 1 player. And if they lose, well, they not only are they out, but the Indians are in. So we'll find out. But if the Astros win, then they can either take Ram or Mr. P. But let's find out. As we go to Minute Maid Park. But yeah, this really is the Mr. P show. It's crazy. Okay, cool. All right. So it's Verlander and Bieber. So you have Ram still in the 3 spot, but Mr. P is hitting in the 8 spot. And, of course, Darius Helms is hitting 3rd. So let me just let Mr. Helms know. It's kind of funny that your YouTube name is Nelms, but I have to reach out to Helms. That's so weird.
Live from Houston, Texas,
it's the Mr. P show.
Roof of Minute Maid Park is closed. Coming up, we've got a good matchup in store between the Cleveland Indians and the Houston Astros. Alongside Dan Plesac and Mark DeRosa, and Danny, as pitching matchups go, it doesn't get much better than what we've got here for this one.
Well, Matt, these are 2 of the best in the business. 2 guys that throw a lot of strikes, and if their game is on, we should have a very low.
Although I will say this, though, if Darius doesn't come in, then I know somebody who I can put in his place, so it's all good.
Next, Justin Verlander gets the start for Houston in this one. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, we're taking a look at one of the top pitchers in the game. This guy has over 200 career victories, and he'd like to add another one to this list. This guy's been a really good pitcher.
I forgot to share the
he's showing
the
no
link.
signs of slowing down. It'll be interesting to watch him work in this one here.
Leading off tonight,
the Ramen Era connection making their debut. Well, it starts with Miles Straw. Ooh, almost got hit though.
Houston as the first pitch of the night is taken for ball 1.
Okay.
First pitch, 7 o'clock.
The 1-0 is swung on and missed.
1 ball,
Strike 1.
strike.
There we go. I just wanted to share that with Darius Helms, though.
Breaking ball right there. A good pitch. But if he wants to get him to swing at it, he'll have to bring it in a little bit.
But yeah, last time that we saw Justin Verlander, he didn't do so well. He did not do so well. And he had one of his worst games, and against, of all people, like I said, the Oakland Athletics. And because of that terrible performance, the Athletics managed to win the division.
And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
Well, you don't see it all that often, but this might be a good time for a 3-2 change.
Ooh, good hit.
He can locate it,
but it's foul.
Nearly impossible to hit.
But hey, you know what, Mr. P, I'm happy, like out of character. I'm kind of happy you got off of the, Baltimore Orioles, because that version of the Orioles were just trash. But of course, when we get to the next game, or when I get to the next game, by then the Orioles will be in a much better place by that point.
He doesn't let the pressure of the big moment get to him. I love watching this guy hit in clutch situations. It's like he takes a deep breath and everything stops in front of him. He plays like the Zen man.
And that'll bring in the
Ahmed Rosario coming in.
Ahmed Rosario. No balls and a strike to count. Verlander's ready. Here's the 0-1.
Ball.
That's not an easy pitch to do anything
Facts.
with, right? 96 miles an hour in on the hands. You almost have to be looking for that pitch.
Oh, hey, what's up, AJ?
Here's a ball hit in the air.
If time permits, I might actually do one more game. We'll see. Oh, not a problem. Not a problem. It's good news. Oh, I'm happy to hear that. But anyway, welcome to the show, AJ. Or should I say the Mr. P show? Because so far, Mr. P has been featured in every game, mainly on the basis of he's the only person in the chat that has a team that he's on a team with that is not in the playoffs yet, but they're not out of contention. So, but yeah, thank you so much, Patty. Thank you for coming in.
Quite a bit out there. Both have been long at bats, and all in all, he's had to make 13.
But welcome to the show, AJ.
This pitch is
and popped up.
Gurriel
2 down.
is over, and he tucks it away for the second out.
All right, well,
Number 22.
well, here's the hero from last game, in which he was able to get third base. But now let's see if he can get on base himself without having to resort to the extra inning rule.
Featuring a mid-90s fastball like this pitcher, attack
And on
that
the road
pitch,
too,
get
because
ahead,
they
get
don't
the
have the
offense
home field
on their
advantage in
toes.
this case.
Opens up the off-speed pitches later in the game.
The 1-1 home. Waves and misses.
Swing and a
for
miss.
strike number 2.
If the offense didn't already know, man on the mound's got his A-game fastball working today.
Swing and a miss.
Swing as he runs the fastball by him to end the inning. Indians go down 1-2-3. Now the Astros will get their first opportunity. No score. Shane Bieber is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for Cleveland.
So of course we have Justin Bieber's alleged brother, Shane Bieber, coming back in.
Sometimes it's hard to master even 2 or 3, but if you can master 5 like he has, you'll be in pretty good shape.
Here's Michael Brantley. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Here's the pitch. A little bouncer.
Okay. Of course, this is the very Houston team that would go on to win the 2021 World Series. Oh, I'm sorry, it was the 2022. Sorry. 2021 was won by the Braves.
Time now for a quick look at the hometown Astros starting.
And of course, Darius Helms is hitting third.
Matty, I know I'm stating the
But
obvious, but the middle of
from
the
what I
order
saw in
has
the
to
last
come
game,
through
Darius
today.
Helms was
You
a
got
no-show,
guys
so we'll
that are
find
playing way
out
above their pay grade
if
on the
he
periphery.
shows up in the
It's time
game
for them to
in
look
terms
and see
of
the big boys
his
do their
play.
job.
Now the Cuban import Yuli Gurriel. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1. The 1-0 home.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, Mr. P. Now that you're on Cleveland, now you have the Cleveland colors on. What do you think?
Kind of on Earl Hendricks is he likes one side of the plate or the other. Could it be where he sets up behind the catcher?
It could be, Dan, but as a hitter, that's all you look for. You get, I'll give you a little.
Oh,
bit of
almost
outside
almost
edge
got
if you're
hit there.
consistent with it.
3-0 to him now.
Awesome.
Taking all the way, and it's 3-1 now.
You maybe get 2 pitches a game where all the guesswork goes out the window. This is certainly that situation.
1 out, nobody on. And he missed with that one. It's
And
ball
a
4.
walk.
1 out
Not what you
walk
want.
here in the home first.
Yeah, not what you want to do is give up
Digging in,
is to give up a walk and then have this guy possibly pop you for 2.
Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch.
Well, he does get the strike very low.
Fly down the line.
Does
If they want
Bieber.
to turn 2, they're going to have to be almost perfect.
Comes set and the 0-1.
1-1.
1-1.
Runner goes for second. And
Oh,
it's
fouls it
fouled
off
away.
as Gurriel was trying to steal second, but it got fouled off, so he has to go back to first.
Working for the punch out and the offering.
Too low.
A knuckle curve there, and he thought he had him, but it's 2-2. Trying to nibble here, and he misses to run it full now. 3-2.
We could see the runner in motion here on a 3-2 count with 1 out. There's a pretty good chance he's going to get a pitch to swing at, and if not, it's ball 4 anyways.
ready to deliver the full count pitch.
And
he misses again.
And
Ball 4.
Bieber just off his game a little bit. I'm not sure what's going on.
Some guys take a little time to find the zone, but with the second walk of the first inning, it might be a little more than just settling in here. Not sure how.
Oh, that's not good, because now you have
not going to let him walk the world out there.
a runner at first and second, and you have one out. Now, of course, you can make a play at third, but you certainly don't want to be giving up walks and just walking your competition to a victory.
This looks like it could be a rough one. You can't throw a strike. It's only the first inning. I'm not sure he's going to be around here very long.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to start getting some guys out. Otherwise, I mean, Houston can just simply walk their way to victory, you know. Well, that time he got it.
Looked like he was going to wait him out, see if he was going to come over the heart of the plate. Well, newsflash, he is, and this hitter's going to adjust his batting gloves, and he better be ready in the box.
Gurriel over at second. Helms is over at first with one away. And that one misses badly. It's ball 2.
Boy, this hole he's digging on the mound is all his doing. If you can't throw strikes, you're not going to be out there very long.
The 2-1 home.
Swing and a miss.
Missed for strike number 2.
Yeah, he needs to tighten up.
Your ace swing off right here. That's what it looks like. A guy with massive power letting it eat.
Oh, fouls it off. That probably would have been a ball had he just laid off of it, but no. It's still 2-2. Ooh, almost hit him. And of course, Altuve is also, and of course, Altuve is a clutch hitter. I mean, that guy has been huge for the Astros during their championship years, or even in the times that they contended for a title. He was one of the consistent players that they've had throughout their time at the top. Oh, what a shot. And he caught it. Wow. That was close. But it's 2 down. Same situation, but now 2 outs, and a play at any base will end it. I mean, he gave it a ride, but it was not far enough.
Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. Ball. Too high with the fastball here. It's 1-0. 1 ball, no strike. 2 men are on with 2 men out. High in the air.
And he pops it up. And caught. That's going to do it for the first inning, but that was close. There were a couple of close calls where I thought that Houston was going to capitalize, but they didn't. And at the end of 1, it is 0-0.
And now, Frenmel Reyes. He'll get us started in the top of the second. First pitch on its way.
All right, so Frenmel Reyes coming in. Can't talk.
Innings during his time in the major leagues, and with over 3,000 strikeouts, he's approaching the top 15 on the all-time strikeouts leaderboard. First 2 pitches off the mark here. It's 2-0.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
And he fouls this one off.
Fouls it off the other way. 2-1.
Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. And he can't catch the corner.
Ooh,
here, so
ball 3.
3-1. Into the windup and the pitch. Fouled off.
Fouls it off. Now a full count.
It's going to be back to some serious tee work if he can't put that pitch in play right in his wheelhouse.
And it's fouled away. The next 3-2. Did well just to make contact there as he spoils off a good changeup.
4 foul balls in this
Sorry, I was
inning.
answering a DM though.
Anywhere to go to put this guy away.
And that misses for ball 4, so it's a leadoff walk here to start the second.
Well, when you go with a slider there in a full
And
count,
just as
you're
I
hoping that the hitter is thinking fastball
finish
and swings through it. Didn't work out that way, though.
answering the
He lays off and gets
DMs,
the free
we
base.
have a walk. We have a walk and a man at first with no outs.
And now here is
And up next is Jose Ramirez.
First pitch on its way from Verlander. And there's a
Strike
pitch
one.
from Verlander to jump ahead 0-1.
You know, from an offensive standpoint, they already knew they had their work cut out for him against a great pitcher.
Ooh, for a moment I thought he hit him,
This
but
is
no.
gonna be a tough day.
It was quite a bit inside actually. 1-1. Ooh, good hit.
Hit well out to right field. A ball
But
that's
did he hit it hard enough? Did he? No,
gets
not
there to
quite.
make the
For a
play
moment
for
I
the
thought he
first
had
out
it,
of the
but
inning.
no, not far enough.
Time for a
And
look
of
at
course
the
on
throws
defense,
day.
let's take a look here.
Guys,
Darius
what I want
Helms
you to focus
is
on
playing
today
center field.
is this is one of the new
You know, one thing I
age
do miss
teams in the
about
game that
Minute Maid
really
Park back
rely
in the
on
day,
statistics and the numbers. And the numbers tell them
because they used to have it
they're
back
a
in the day.
better team
They used to have
defensively,
Talus Hill, I think it
moving
was
guys
called,
around and shifting as much
because
as
it was
they
like extreme center
So
field.
now to the plate, Harold Ramirez. As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1.
But it kind of sucks that they took it out because I really liked that part of the field. That was awesome. So now really the only thing that they have that's unique is a relatively short, in terms of distance, left field wall.
Got him to go after that one, and he's in a quick hold.
And if not
0-2.
that, definitely the
So
choo-choo train.
back-to-back sliders for
That's-
strikes. Does he come back with yet another?
That's close to the
Back-to-back
left. Wait a minute,
slider.
a wild pitch,
If he threw another one right here. Looks like he's got that
and
fastball
just
in
like
the back
that,
pocket right now.
And forget about
we now have a
the
runner
now
at
as he'll
second
move up
with
to
one
second
out.
here on the wild pitch.
and just like what happened to the Orioles, just happened to the Astros with a wild pitch that advanced a runner, in this case to second. A well-placed base hit can then give Cleveland the lead. Yeah, but it's the bird Oreos, not Oreos the cookie.
With the curveball for a ball.
Although I'll probably get some Oreos later on.
And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full 3-2.
Wow, this is a pretty good at bat right here. From down in the count 0-2 to work the count back to 3-2, and he's seen a lot of pitches too.
Now the payoff pitch home. And he lost him here
Awesome.
on 3-2
All right.
as that pitch misses. It's ball 4.
And with first
And
base open,
and we have
the
yet
last thing
another
you want to
runner,
do
so now you
is
have
give him
runners at
something
first
to
and
hit
second
hard
with
in the
one
zone.
out.
So no harm done.
And then of course we have Owen Miller, who actually did pretty well in his appearance when it came to his last outing.
He's set and the pitch. As he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1.
Awesome execution right there.
Oh, yeah, and
Pitchers
you could also
pitch,
see
and
the,
an excellent
shift.
job to get ahead in a tough spot.
Although that was back when defensive shifting was legal. Because from what I heard, they kind of wanted to take out the defensive shifts, and you know, instead of having most guys at the left or having most guys at the right, depending on who's at the plate, things like that. Although, wait a minute, a blooper down the middle, and Reyes scores, and Cleveland takes the lead.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, D-Roy. Get that base hit to give your
Miller,
team
I'll tell you one thing, Miller has
when you get
come
down to
from
first base.
obscurity
It's a nice approach. You see him turn to his boys
To-
right there and get fired up with the dugout.
to becoming a star.
100%, not trying to do too much, able
I'm not
to
saying he's a
quiet the
superstar or
moment
anything like
down,
that. He
center himself
obviously he
and
still has a
come
long
through
way to
the
go,
baseball.
but you know that's a potential star right there. Now here's a guy that's a superstar, and that is Mr. P. However, he has still yet to get a hit. Can he finally get a hit, or better yet, can he just even get on base? Fouls it off. Although, really, to be fair, though, he is going up against some of the best pitchers in the league. So he's not going up against a bunch of jabronis in terms of pitchers. So, so to be fair to him, he's going up against the best of the best.
Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch.
Swing and a miss. And that's his second strikeout. Well, not just for Verlander, but also for Mr. P.
What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you see that ball as a hitter.
But like anything else, you're as good as the team that you're with. And if your team is good, whoa! Oh man, for a moment I thought that was going to be fair, but no, it went foul. Hopefully. But yeah, Mr. P, I know you can do it. I know you can do it. All it takes is one hit, and you're pretty much going.
That's the ball.
I believe it.
1-1.
Too low.
The Indians' first baseman.
2-1.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be really aggressive. With 2 guys already on, pretty good shot. He's going to get a challenge pitch right here.
Now Verlander will turn and go to first, and he's back easily. Just behind the fastball there, 2 strikes now.
I kind of like the aggressive attitude right here. I know he's in a jam.
Well,
what does he do? He goes to his best stuff, and that's.
Well, I mean, again, like I said, you're going up against some of the best pitchers in the world, and you know, Justin Verlander. Like, even though his best was in 2006, he was still pretty good even in 2020. Oh, of course. That's all anybody could ever ask from you, Mr. Jamar. I mean, after all, you are a World Series champion with the Brewers. But at the end of 1.5, it is 1-0 Cleveland thanks to Miller. Miller, like I said, he's becoming a star. Because like I said before then, I was like, wait, who's this guy? But no, Miller is becoming a star. And I'll tell you what, Mr. P, if Miller can become a superstar, then I think that the Indians can go all the way. Like, if he steps up his game like he's doing right now, and he keeps it up,
First pitch of the AB now.
yeah, he'll be a superstar.
And that's taken for strike 1.
But right now, on defense, we have Bieber and Mr. P.
There's a fastball pretty close that time, but ruled a ball. 1-1.
But at the end of the day, it's all about team chemistry. Fouls it off.
Now as that one's fouled off. Into the windup and the pitch. And a changeup.
And wow, what pitching though by Bieber to take out Correa.
Straight changeup, right? El Cambio. Hadn't seen it in that entire at bat. What happens? Gets the string pulled on him right there. Had no chance to put that ball in play.
And that'll bring up Alex Bregman. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0.
All right, so 1 down after a strikeout.
Now the pitch.
2 balls, no strikes.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. And that's over, 2-1.
2-1's the count.
All even now, 2-2. Now the pitch. Now a flare out toward right center. Miller calls for it, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
Batting in.
Striding in for Houston, Chas McCormick. Trying to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. Here's the first pitch.
Hey! 0 balls, 1 strike.
Tying run at the plate, the 0-1. 1-1.
Okay. I was just answering a DM once again. 1-1, and you have 2 strikeouts this inning for Bieber, and possibly on his way to getting a third. I'll tell you one thing, Mr. P, you definitely got yourself a winner, at least when it comes to Bieber, because he's pretty much doing a great job against the Astros, shutting them down.
They're on the short end of a 1-0 score.
I mean, definitely he's an upgrade from John Means. I can tell you this right now. And I'm happy that you are, like, because I know that, you know, for some people, you know, baseball's not their favorite sport. Because I know that Captain Danger has stated that, you know, basically his favorite sports is, like, pro wrestling and MMA or UFC, if you will.
And he thinks that's going to lead to more offense for them as this game goes on.
Yeah, because he was not a guy of he wasn't a guy of many means, and by no means king of the road.
As we are all set to begin the
Yeah,
third inning in
he
this
wasn't
one.
king of the road.
First offering. Hit on the ground.
And a hit. Ooh, nice stop. Well, he got the stop, but he couldn't make a play. Can't make a play, so I want to. Okay, so they scored a base hit. All right, that's a very good hit. That's a very good hit.
That's an infield single. That's a tough play.
That's an
Just to
infield
knock that
single.
ball down was a pretty good job, but any way you look at it, that should be scored a base hit, and I'm sure it was.
At the plate now.
Ahmed Rosario up next.
As the first pitch misses to him. It's ball 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Here's a look over to first, and he's back standing. Strong on first, nobody out. Not close. It's 2-0.
Good speed at first and good speed with a guy at the dish. It's going to be tough to double up these guys. If you're an infielder, got to get rid of it quick.
Now the 2-0.
And fouls it off. And of course, if you're Verlander, the last thing you want to do is lose your composure and put your team in a much deeper hole than it is right now. I mean, I know it's 1-0, but given that this is a 3-inning game, and you still have the bottom of the third to go, the last thing you want to do is give Cleveland a larger lead that they can work with.
Line hard to center field.
And you don't want to give up hits like that. And, all right, well, now it's runners at first and second, no outs. And now a chance for Cleveland to really put the pressure on the Astros. I imagine, Mr. P, you got to be happy with the last 2 hitters. But now let's see if Ram can come through on the bat. We've seen that he can come through when it comes to being a base runner, but can he actually get on base himself?
It's ball 1.
Definitely happy. I would be happy too.
None out. Runners at first and second. Had him
Swing and a miss.
Pitch away, and it's 1-1 now.
I mean, that's a classic case of coming off your backside right there. He lost his entire back leg, was out in front, couldn't keep his hands back.
Fouls it off.
Hardy on that swing as it's well wide at first. Now a chopper to first.
And a chopper. Well, they get one.
They won't get 2.
All right, so they get only the runner at second, but not the runner at first. So now you have runners at the corners. And for Reyes,
First time up.
well, he got walked last time, but can he? A solid base hit single can score another run.
1-0.
Hey, this pitcher's going to have to step off the mound right here and refocus. Take a deep breath, something. Can't keep falling
58
behind,
pitches so
create
far.
traffic. puts everybody on edge, not only himself.
Like in a 9-inning game, that would be concerning with the number of pitches he already is up to. But yeah, once we get to round 3 onwards.
Now the 2-0. A swing and a miss. That's the first strike.
He is in complete command.
You know, then of course we'll get into 9-inning games. Only because, like, when you go to playoff mode, they force you to have to play the 9-inning games, which, you know, it sucks in terms of length, but what can you really do?
Grounder hit hard down the first base
But
line.
it is what it is, though.
Foul ball as it holds it 2-2.
But right now, Cleveland has a chance to add to the lead. Ooh, struck him out looking. 2 down.
Runner on first in a double play situation, so you expect to see a lot of pitches down in the zone. So I think that pitch up right there was a good one. Obviously, the double play is more efficient, but you're always going to take a K when you're on the mound.
To the plate now, Jose Ramirez. As he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball 1. Runners at the corners, 2 men out. Changes up on.
All right, up next is Jose Ramirez.
1 out away from stranding that runner on third. So the last thing you want to do is throw a wild pitch and let him score. Nice job there by the catcher to knock that one down.
Now a half swing here.
Ooh, well, he froze him up on that last pitch, so it's 3-1. Runners at first and third, 2 outs. Well, that probably would have been ball 4 had he laid off of it, but he didn't, so it's 3-2 and a full count.
Goes down and gets it.
And he hits it. Well, they get the out at first and keep it a 1-run game because here's the situation. So Houston needs at least 1 run to keep the game going. But if they score more than 1 run, they win the game. Anything less than that, and Cleveland will win the game. And not only will they advance to round 3 and recruit Darius Helms. Although I haven't seen Darius Helms, so I might end up replacing him with somebody else. But you'll get that person. But you'll also eliminate the Astros.
1-1 to Jason Castro.
But obviously, if the Astros win, they stay alive, and they can either get Ram or Mr. P to join them. So that's what's at stake in this game. Ooh, well, that was a good hit, but it hooked foul. Still 1-2 though.
And he'll lay off the
2-2.
It's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2. Look out! Don't want to hit him there. It's full 3-2.
It'd be great right here if he was able to work himself on base. You got the leadoff hitter on deck, and you know the middle of the order's coming up right behind him.
And he hits it, but he does not hit it far enough. 1 down. 1 down. And in fact, that was Ram who caught that last one, so 1 out by Ram. Or no, wait. Oh, I'm sorry. Ram is center fielder. My bad.
And this is low, ball 1.
One down. And he hits it right to second base, and they get the out at first. 2 down. So 1 out away from Mr. P, Ram, and the Cleveland Indians going to the playoffs. And they go to the playoffs as a wild card.
Tying run at the plate, the 0-1.
Strike two,
swinging,
now
goes
one
out in
strike
front of the
away.
slider.
He's attacking
One strike
this hitter
away.
a lot more aggressively than he did the first time when he faced him and issued a walk. Coming right after him here.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Gurriel behind.
Too far.
2 strikes. Last strike now for Houston.
Oh, fouls it off.
This one off, foul to the right, and the count will hold at 1-2.
And he hits it down, and it gets by, so that's a hit. That was close, but it was a hit.
Able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dad. Sent it back right where it came from.
At the plate, Helms.
And now it's up to Helms. Although I'll tell you what, though, if he can come up with a big hit to either tie or put the team ahead and win, you know, Darius Helms will become a hero.
Here comes the 0-1.
Fouls it off.
Halfway to the plate, this hitter's wondering why he even pulled the trigger on that. His hands feel like he's being stung by wasps right now.
And he hit. Wow! Whoa! First and foremost, he caught the ball, and then as he secures the ball in his glove, he tags the runner, and the game is over, and the Cleveland Indians are going to the round of 10. They move on, and Cleveland is going to the playoffs.
So that will wrap things up for Mark.
That was a great play indeed.
And our whole crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, head to theshow.com.
Obviously, I need to know how to spell Guardians better, but okay. But nonetheless, though, congratulations to hitting right. Well, okay. Anyway, there you see the play that won him the game. But really, the player of the game, of course, is Shane Bieber, but you could also give it to Owen Miller. But congratulations. Well, of course, that means that, well, since I haven't seen Darius, I know exactly who to replace him with. Yeah, he's the better Bieber, I can tell you that. All right. Well, all right. So I guess while I'm still here, I can edit. Oh yeah, that's right. He's now on the Indian, so now I can just go over here. Okay. Oh wait, wrong one. Switch me to hitting right. Okay. All right. And then another thing I need to do is bring in Darius Helms. Although the next time you see him, I'm just gonna change his name to someone else and bring in somebody new because, well, I haven't seen Darius Helms in like forever. So the next time you see him, you'll see him under a different name. But as it is. Oh, no, not the Baltimore Orioles. I meant the Cleveland Indians, of course. Let's see, center field. Miles Straw. All right. Cool. And for the Astros, they're out. Oh yeah, that's right. Darius can also play left and right field as well. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right, so we got the lineup set for the Indians. And let's see. I don't know if AJ's still in the chat, but if he is, I think we have time for just one more game. But if not, I can just wait until next time. It's not a problem. But yeah, both American and National Leagues have one spot left. For the American League, it is the Boston Red Sox and the Texas Rangers. Mm-hmm. And in the National League, it's the Brewers and the Giants. Not the Angels, sorry. The Brewers and the Giants. The Milwaukee Brewers and San Francisco Giants. So now it's no longer a matter of who gets to face who. It's now just a matter of who wins. But yeah, I'm kind of cutting it close, unfortunately, as far as time, because I don't want to like overshoot my time, and then I have to get up early in the morning and not get enough sleep. You know, the whole 9 yards. But let's see. So for the Texas Rangers, they have AJ. Well, on the other side, you have Damian Shelley and Clinton. Although Clinton said that he's at work, and Mr. Shelley is probably asleep at this point, if I know him the way I do, and probably Arkham is also asleep too. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'll call it. But unless you know what, I'll tell you what. I'll wait until the 1 hour 40-minute mark, and if AJ or whoever is part of a team that is still in the hunt to get into the playoffs shows up, then we'll continue. But if not, I will stop and set up the fight for the last spot in each league. So that much I can do. But for Mr. P, he's done. The team that he's now on, the Cleveland Indians, are now in the playoffs. They have the 4 spot, which means that they get to host the wild card game against, among who's left. They could either host against the Boston Red Sox or the Texas Rangers. So we'll find out who gets to face off in Cleveland at that point. And on the other side, you have the Miami Marlins hosting the wild card game, and they could either host up against the Milwaukee Brewers or the San Francisco Giants. So we'll find out how that is going to work out. But from all of us here, I just want to say thank you so much, Mr. P, for making this the Mr. P show. And also, thank you, Spike Ryan, for definitely the support, man. Awesome, though. Yeah, but I wasn't expecting it to be the Mr. P show, but it turned out pretty well. It turned out well. Sorry about that. I was just answering my DMs, though. Okay. Well, all right. So now it's the 1 hour 40 mark. So I will indeed end this. But at least now we have the matchups confirmed. Now it's just a matter of who wins and who ultimately prevails. So that's what we're going to do. Yeah, it worked out. It worked out. But until then, this is the Blue Toad, to Jew22, signing off. And I will see you guys on Saturday for Blue Toad Wrestling. At least with this extra time, I'll post the card, and then Sunday I might do a chill stream, or heck, I might even move that to Monday morning to do a chill stream, and possibly do something else like Super Smash Brothers or something aside from that. We'll see. We'll see. But until then, have a good night, everybody. Do stay safe. Do take care of each other. God bless. And just, treat all the other human beings as such. Sure, that doesn't necessarily mean you have to, take anything from any troublemakers, but that doesn't necessarily mean you have to stoop to their level, lest you have to do what you need to do. Then in which case you go for it. But until then, have a wonderful night, everybody. Peace.